Alright, so a new update came out for Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Adventures, or DBZAU for short. It is about the races. They're finally here, like Saiyan, Namekian, Human, and stuff like that. But they are kind of hard to get. Like, right now, I have Saiyan, which is one of the rarest ones. And it took me like 3 million money at least to try and get it. So basically, let me put up a picture here. The most common one you can get is Human. There is no buffs, it gives nothing. That's basically, and it's the most common that you can get. Then there's Namekian, the second most common. It gives you 1.5 times health. So basically, like half, it gives you double health, I think, something like that. And then Berter's race, which is pretty simple, it just makes you move faster. Then Skypian, I don't know how to really pronounce it. Basically, it just makes your double jump higher, which is what in the game they call it Geppo. Then after that is the Doria's race, which gives you a 15% damage reduction, reflection, which is pretty good, but not the best. The next one, which we're coming to the rares now, are the Android race, which give you a 20% cooldown reduction, which could be pretty useful. Next is Hybrid Saiyan, which gives you a 30% stat boost to Saiyan transformations. So if you have like Super Saiyan Rose, Goku Black, for example, you could use this. It'll give you an even bigger buff than it already was. Next is Saiyan, which is what I have. Gives you a 20% stat boost and a longer transformation. Gives you 5 more seconds of your transformation. Next is Demon from Demon Slayer. Gives you a 9% lifesteal. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the best. The next one is Angel in Training. Gives you a 20% dodge chance. Now this is alright. It is 20%. It's not like 50% or anything like that, but still it's decent but not one of the best. Then Bojack's race, which probably is the best. It gives you a 25% damage reduction and a 50% damage reduction on skill activation. So like when you're about to charge up a skill, you don't take as much damage, which is super useful. And also, there will be new races coming out, but that's what they're still thinking about, which are legendary races, which will be our Yardrat race, which will double your magic stats for a short time, which seems pretty good. And then a Moro race, which he is from the Super manga. If you don't know, he's one of the strongest guys, and he died. He can nullify your transformation stats so that you can get stronger and heal yourself, which is kind of what he does in the manga too. But that seems like it's really good. Those two, Yardra and Moro, are gonna be legendary races. And now for the rest of the logs, which aren't aren't documented or whatever it's called, now there's pity to races and armor. Basically, if you don't know what the pity is, if you keep getting bad stuff over and over, eventually you'll get guaranteed to get something good out of it. So like eventually, if you do like, I don't know, like 60 race rerolls, like you keep getting like Humans, Namekians, Sadori, you keep getting those, eventually you'll get something like, I don't know, you'll get Bojack eventually. And they also added that for armors, which is really useful because armor grinding is really hard right now. The next is that they added new faces, which is also pretty good, but it's not real. And there is like a lot new ones. There's like 20 or 30 more new faces. Next is armor bag bug. I don't really know what the bug was, but it's fixed now, if you don't know. And then a big one, which I think I really like, is the buffed boss drop percent. So before it used to be 1%, but now it's 5%. It's gonna make stuff a lot easier to grind. Like if you're grinding Broly, you'll have a higher chance of getting it at least, so that's good. And then the last one is bosses now have a respawn time of 30 seconds, which is good because before it was like 3 or 5 seconds, but now it's 30 seconds, which I think is pretty good and useful.